Previously on Into the Yonder Void. So we were in the ship trying to get away from Birdman, and so we were slinging spells and arrows and doing what we could do, and we got him down and made our way to Flora's place, where she was so kind as to let us sleep and, you know, eat some food, and now we're on our way to the port.
The D20 Syndicate presents Into the Yonder Void. Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast. A weekly Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth, and around the table we have our players.
Oh, it is I, Billy, who plays Nezrah.
Aha, this is Tomas and I play Gil. Aha.
Oh, hi, I'm Lindsey and I play Phe.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Can.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure. This is Season 2, Episode 48.
48 hours with
I like
Naughty.
Hey,
The first 48.
that's good. That's good. I like 48. I love multiples of 24.
The children were missing. We found them within the first 48.
Yeah, you guys actually did that.
Yeah, that's
true.
That's
Wow.
100% accurate.
Good for us.
Yeah.
Suck
Good
it, blood
for us.
pact.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
contract.
Sucking fucking
Which
blood
life is on
packs.
contract.
Which is apparently still hanging around a little bit.
That's so
If you'll
weird.
recall.
Why?
I was excused.
Like, what more could you do? Save the kids more?
Well, I mean, if you allow, if I could just jerk us off for a minute real quick.
Yeah.
But I allow you. Go ahead.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Oh, fuck.
Ow, Charlie, that hurt.
I've got to go to school tomorrow.
Nah, go to school. It's not funny. I've got school.
We're just mixing them all.
Has he drawn on my face?
European.
So yeah, if you listen to this podcast and you're from anywhere in the UK, we think you're all the same.
You talk funny.
We're bad at this.
We're sorry.
Oh, we have a review, kind of.
I like the caveat.
Well,
kind of.
the placement of it, you know, it's not necessarily where reviews go, but Seth confirmed that it was a review.
We say no matter where.
That's true,
That's
Billy.
true.
We
You
do
could
say that.
spray paint it on the side of an
Barn.
IHOP, and then we'll find it.
it counts.
Yeah.
Fucking hate IHOP. But okay, yeah.
Wow, we just lost our IHOP sponsor.
Oh, no.
I mean, at this point,
I mean, it was the one in Toledo, Ohio, so big loss, right? But
yeah, fuck them.
I mean, their Belgians are pretty good.
That's right. I said.
is that what they shorten it to in the biz?
Yeah, it's faster. That's what shortening is.
God,
And they use a lot of shortening in them waffles. This is
Shortening
from Oberian on our Discord. You can leave us a review on Discord. I mean, if you want.
You can say anything. I'll ask, can we make that a review?
Anything remotely positive, Seth will spin into a review.
This is the worst Wendy's I've ever been to.
This is what it says. Hello. I just wanted to join the Discord because I've been listening to the podcast since around the time you guys were ending season 1. And after this week's after episode banter, realized you didn't have a name for the fans yet. I hope I'm not making any assumptions, but me and my friends and the whole comic shop we made listen to you guys have been calling ourselves Cindy's. Like Cindy. Anyway, that idea probably sucks, but I thought I would let you know that A1 Comics loves you. Thank you, Oberian.
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Yeah.
Also, yeah,
I like
thank you
it.
for making people listen to
I
us.
love
I like that.
And
I like that
thank you
idea.
to A1 Comics.
Thank you, A1
Yeah,
Comics.
for
We're
everyone
the
who has to
official
listen
D&D
to us.
podcast of A1 Comics.
and
Yeah.
wherever they exist.
Sacramento, California.
Possibly, yeah.
I appreciate that. I like the idea of
thank
us
you.
like playing on the speakers like at a hot topic or something.
I was thinking like redacted.
Yes.
In redacted.
Other place, yes.
Yeah.
I like Cindy's. It's good. I'm still going to call them Syndicutes whenever I get the opportunity. I don't care what we land on or
Multiple
anyone else
people have
lands on.
supported Syndicate, so
Which is weird.
several people on Discord.
Ew.
I like
By several, I think you mean one.
They just
like
know
Cindy's.
what's
At
good.
least 2.
I like
have said
Cindy's
it.
too. We'll take whatever.
And a whole comic book shop calls themselves Cindy's, I guess.
Yeah.
I love it.
Wherever A1
Yeah.
is, let us know because you forgot to mention that. Maybe in the Discord or
You don't have
You
to
don't
say.
have to. You don't have to.
dox yourself
No,
or anything.
yes, absolutely
Jesus.
do not do that.
You're
I mean,
fine.
if they want business, like go to the comic
I
shop.
guess, yeah.
I mean, it's a
I don't know.
business. I would like to go to their comic shop.
Let's go.
We'd be just walking in, stunner shades on, like
Yeah.
Deck down
Did
D20
you
Syndicate
say
swag.
Cindy's? We're here,
Did
baby.
someone say Cindy? No, I was telling this heartbreaking story. Yeah. Anyway, we're here. Shove over a comic rack.
I mean,
Clean that up.
Yeah.
That's how we enter establishments.
I find the nearest comic rack and I knock it over.
Open
but
a
yeah,
little foil for the Pokemon cards.
That actually is a good point, though. If you didn't know, if you've been blazing through these episodes and didn't know that after the outro song plays, we slap on like minutes, sometimes up to like 20 minutes of our like kind of outtakes and just non-playing banter, you should stick around to the end of the episode and listen to those because I like them. I think they're funny.
They're treasures.
It's literally the only part of the podcast I listen to.
Exactly. And he edits.
So imagine that.
But yeah, almost, I think maybe we missed one or two in the beginning, but almost every episode has at least a few minutes of, side
Outtakes.
talk banter wedged in there right after the outro. So yeah, check it out and listen to it. Let us know if you think we're funny because
I
we
like
want
the
so
idea that
desperately to be funny.
You're over-promising. Like, we end up not having any funnies on this episode.
Yeah, this
'cause we're
episode's
just going
going
right through it.
It's just me going, gotcha, motherfucker.
That's my ringtone for you.
All right. Well, I think we should probably do tonight's Around the Campfire question.
Give it to me.
Crackle. Pop. Let me pull it up really fast. I am a great DM. Hold on.
I'm a great DM. Hold on.
For tonight's Around the Campfire question, I want to know what's a skill or hobby that you've always wanted to learn but have not? What seems to interest you? And we are going to start today with Phe.
Okay, so I always really, really appreciate a good performance. I had a friend who, that was like her whole thing, and she always did these really intricate dances. And I tried tap dancing myself and tried making tap shoes with rocks, and I'm not good at it. But I'd like to get more into it and try it more and get better at it.
Tap dancing or any dancing?
I mean, any, but I think tap seems like my way to go.
2 years tap, 3 years traditional. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Gil.
Well, shit, I usually pick up shit and learn it, and I'm pretty good at it. So if I ever want to learn a thing, I kind of go and learn that thing. Bombs. I would like to learn bombs. In a pinch, a bomb can always diffuse a situation.
I'd like bombs, please.
And I don't know how they work at all. I knew some people who knew some shit about bombs, but they always made me go away when they were working on them. So, yes, bombs.
What classes are you studying? Oh, I'm majoring in bomb.
The Kaczynski 101 class.
Can.
Oh man, okay. Something that I've always wanted to learn.
Yeah, whether it's a skill or a hobby.
One thing that I want to get better at is mixing drinks, because I am not good at it at all.
Okay.
What makes you want to get better at that?
Because I feel like that's a key part of entertaining.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And Nezrah.
I've always been curious about the culinary arts, and I wish that I'd get better at cooking.
What do you like about cooking?
I like the idea of providing nourishment and possibly happiness to other people and just bringing joy around the table.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, guys. Thanks for showing me that little insight into your soul.
Give it back.
All right, shall we get started?
Yes.
Excellent. So, when we last left off, you guys were fleeing in terror from one of the Elysian Knights who was flying next to Madrigal's craft. Then, through some... What? Why you stink facing me?
Oh, I didn't think you were going to go back that far.
Oh, I'm just... Overview.
I was just sitting here.
Just an overview.
I was just sitting here.
I'm just existing.
Yeah, which you guys handily took care of. Then you landed with the druid Flora and had some rest before quickly heading via plants to Skullport, where Loom has indicated one of his contacts may be able to give you guys assistance into the whereabouts of something called the City Beneath the Waves. So, as we enter this scene, you guys are on this like pebble-strewn beach. You know, it's a narrow strip of dirt and rock, but ahead of you is this vast body of water. Whether it's a giant lake or if it is a part of the sea, you're not 100% sure. I'm sure one of you guys could say whether or not that was true. However, yeah, you guys look to your left and you see this bustling port city of Skullport. Now you see dozens of colorful ships perched in the harbor. There's some, dinghies, some boats. Everything's kind of like moving a lot. There's a lot of moving parts, I guess I should say. A lot of people wandering around, and none of them that you can see. It's hard to make out from this distance, but you don't see any like mushroom-topped heads. So you're fairly certain this is not a Basidi city. A Basidi, if you will.
Can I spot any recognizable colors on the sails?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, me too.
Give me a perception check.
Stealing that idea.
23.
23, all right.
Take your time.
I will.
Fuck you.
19.
19. Okay, in that case, Gil, high or low?
Low.
Can, high or low?
Hi.
Okay, both of you spot instantly. A cannon is fired.
Give me your.
They spotted
sheet.
you first. Both of you notice two different ships, but you do recognize the colors that are being flown from the mast. Gil, since you went first, you see a black and white sail with what appears to be a gold trim just where it meets the mast, and there is a snake devouring itself in like silver colors on the mast of this sail. And with that roll and your luck roll, you can tell right now that this is a merchant vessel that you have encountered twice before in your past. One of the times was good, the other time was bad, and I will let you decide
The most recent time?
which one was the most recent.
Oh, shit. I don't think I should decide. I think we should roll for it.
Okay, high or low?
High.
Well, actually, I'll just roll, and then if it's low, it's bad. If it's high, it's good.
Maybe just don't tell me. Because
Sure thing.
Gil
That's a good
would
idea.
go up to the ship regardless, I think, and talk to the guy.
Okay. Give me just a general intelligence roll, like an intelligence check.
13.
13. You're fairly certain that the leader of that vessel is a human woman. You can't quite recall her name. You think it started with a V.
Okay.
Is it like Valerie, Vanessa,
Victoria,
something like that?
Okay.
You're not 100% certain. Can you recognize a smaller kind of schooner?
A schooner is a sailboat, you idiot.
You recognize not the sails or the colors, but you recognize the actual craft itself, because there is a very large hole up near the where the masthead would be on it, and you remember this ship pulling into Luta a time or two, and it is a cargo vessel, and they're fairly friendly people. And give me an intelligence check.
12.
12. It's hard to necessarily remember the last time that you saw them, but you do know that there were a few members aboard that were half-elves, and you seem to distinctly remember that there was a dwarf of some kind aboard. You're not really sure who leads it, but yeah, they kind of kept to themselves, but you do recognize that, and they appear to be here at Skullport, which is pretty far away from anywhere you guys have been. So what would you guys like to do?
I know that person on that boat over there. We might be able to secure passage from them.
Is this a good no? So,
I don't remember.
okay.
We've had our ups and downs, me and
Okay.
Vanessa, but I don't know. I could probably persuade her. We're all like able-bodied people and could like make our way on the ship if we needed to. So
Who was the person we were supposed to look for? What's his name?
That's Loom's friend.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Loom.
Yeah, Loom, do you know where your friend would be?
Well, I might have to do a bit of looking around. Perhaps we should enter, and then I can try to find them.
Oh, what's their name?
What do they look like?
Well, that's hard. They go by different names and different looks.
Huh.
They are a shape changer of some variety.
Oh.
So it's
How
hard
are
to
you gonna
pin
find
down.
them?
Yeah.
That is the question. I do know that they have a home here, so that is where I will begin my search. I don't necessarily need anyone to come with. If you guys would like to explore the city, I have my methods of divining where they might be.
Maybe we should ditch Loom. This is the shadiest shit I've ever heard. Like, how do you even know that? Like, you walk up and somebody could have killed them and just been like, oh, yeah, I'm your friend, Rick.
There you go.
I don't have a friend named Rick. That's my name now. I'm also a name shifter.
For legal reasons.
I mean, I'll go wherever. I mean, we don't have like a solid game plan, so we could just like play it by ear, see what happens.
There is a very solid tavern here. If you would like to partake in
It's made of stone.
imbibements or food, or I guess I ate, so I'm not very hungry, but I wouldn't mind a drink, and I can meet you there after I get some leads.
What's it called?
It is called the Golden Cusp.
The Golden Cup.
Cusp.
Cusp.
Cups?
Reverse the last two letters.
The Golden Fox.
You'll find it. It's got a gleaming sword on the signage out front.
The Golden Sword, okay.
No, gleaming sword.
Gleaming Sword.
Golden Cusp.
Should we have some kind of disguise? Do you think they'll find us like this fast?
I don't know the answer to that. It's quite far away from the Basidi village.
That's true. No mushroom people.
I'm definitely going to pretty myself up a little bit.
I want to rinse my hair out.
Nez just kind of brushes the front of his
Poncho.
off.
Well, you guys do have this expanse of water in front of you.
Yeah,
too.
how far away from the water are we?
30 feet.
Okay, I'm gonna go do a quick rinse.
Okay.
Clothes on.
I'm going to do the brush thing that Nezrah was doing, but as I'm brushing, like, some of my weight is shedding off with each brush. And then I'm going to run my hand through my face and hair. And I have a different eye patch now, and I have a lot more, like, jewelry and stuff hanging off myself.
That's fun.
A little bit of eyeliner going on.
Oh.
Just jacking Haggard the fuck out of yourself.
And I cast Disguise Self, and I'm disguising myself to look like the Devil of the Deep when I was back on my old ship.
Gotcha. Excellent. So yeah, you guys see this, like, I'm imagining a pretty impressive looking saucy dude.
It's Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
It's Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, so Gil has kind of transformed in front of you guys. He's in a bit better shape. He's obviously, like, looks a bit more well-groomed, a bit more fanciful, and maybe a bit more mysterious, seductive even.
I'm gonna shake my hair and like look out under the sun on the sea.
And squint a little bit.
Do blue steel.
Purple steel.
And Phe, what are you doing?
I mean, we've been through it, so she'll go over by the water and like kind of just bathe and then maybe cast gust on herself just to like blow all the shit off and yeah.
You two that have gone to the water, one of you can roll a d10.
Eaten by a kraken.
What do you think? Are you rolling better than me today?
No, go ahead.
Okay.
We have no idea what the roll is going to
I know.
do.
Kraken.
Oh, yeah. 9?
Super clean?
Death by kraken.
9 cleaned.
9.
All right, while you guys are kind of washing up and stuff like that, you guys notice that a little fish swims up near you guys and starts like kind of circling around.
Aw.
Just like doing little circles. It's kind of a nice looking fish as far as like color patterns. It's got like a gradient, almost rainbow on it. Very, very curious looking fish.
Do I recognize this fish?
Give me survival. Nature, sorry. Give me survival. Build a campsite.
Can I as
Oh,
well?
that's Rick. That's Rick fish. Huh?
Can I cast it as well? I'm not around
Cast?
water as much. Or not
mean, yeah,
cast,
you
sorry, roll it.
I mean, yeah, you can also do nature.
Okay.
16. It was a natural 1 at first, but
Are you proficient in nature,
lucky.
Phe?
Yes.
Okay.
And I rolled a nat 20. So
Damn.
25.
Okay,
Could have used that.
both of you guys recognize this fish. It's something that is typically seen in pretty warm climates, and it is a fairly warm climate here. It's not too bad. It's definitely warmer than Argaria and Phe. You would know that for sure. Like it's a bit more in the tropical temperature. But yeah, this is the appropriately called rainbow tie fish. And there's nothing necessarily magical or anything about it, but there are some like mythologies around them that they bring good fortune wherever they go.
And then you're eaten by a kraken.
Well, look at us. Now we've got good luck.
I take some food out of my pockets that I had taken with me
Okay.
and toss it in for the fish.
Specifically fish.
Give me a animal handling.
Is Loom or Kashmir bathing?
No, they're not. Loom is marching towards the city itself, and Keshmir is not there.
Just
But
like,
he was there when you went through.
13.
13?
so we just fucked off.
This guy's not worth our time.
Yeah, the fish accepts the food, starts eating the food, and then swirls a little bit more around you, a little bit closer, and then like kind of hovers, like swishing back and forth in one spot as if anticipating more food.
And I give him more food.
It eats it right up. Go ahead and give me another animal handling check.
We find out they can't eat that food. Oh, no.
7.
7. Okay. Yeah, it is still there, but it looks like it's just kind of like hesitating to see if you're going to put any more food down for it.
Okay.
Put more food?
Yeah.
One more animal handling, please.
16.
All right. It gobbles up this food, and then it just kind of continues like swimming in like little patterns near you. Yeah. But it,
Patterns.
Yeah, like little patterns, like little fishy patterns.
Okay, normal patterns.
No messages or anything. But yeah, and it keeps about a 10-foot radius from you at that point, but it does stay in the area.
That's a nice fish.
Yeah.
All right, what would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna
follow
finish
Lynn.
rinsing off.
All right, you guys finish rinsing off, head back up on land, and you guys head to the city.
Sure, we can
Yeah.
go to that tavern, maybe.
All right, Can, give me a perception check.
You know what? I'm gonna use my D6 inspo and add to this. 13.
13. Just out of the corner of your eye, as you guys are walking along, you do see that the fish follows you guys.
On land?
No,
It's like walking now.
congruently in the water.
Got a bowler cap.
That's so cute.
As it gets closer
Hello,
to the
my
shore,
baby.
it does the Daniel Craig 007 like walk out.
It's super ripped.
Fit fucking
The
fish.
second time you guys have made that joke on this season.
Weird.
I'm gonna do
I guess
something.
there's a lot of water.
I'm going to do. Where the fuck are you, bitch.
Bitch.
I'm gonna do. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals because I prepared it.
You've prepared it. All right. So are you going to use your new spellcasting focus?
Yeah.
All right. So you whip that bad boy out. I don't think anybody's seen you with this necessarily. It was pretty busy.
Well, I can't really hide it.
Yeah.
So I stick it in the water, kind of by the fish, and let the fish swim around it.
Okay.
And
Do you say anything? It does require verbal.
yes, I do.
Oh, yeah.
And I say,
Tell me your secrets.
The fish comes swimming right up to you. Hello.
Hey.
Well, you know how to speak fish too.
Yeah.
I could speak fish.
Well, you should have come and talked to this fish because it looks pretty curious.
I'm gonna talk to him too. I'm gonna bend down and I'm gonna poke the stick that can put it in. Like, hey,
Don't
what's up,
touch
dude?
that.
No, it'll only work on self, but or unless you cast the spell as well.
I mean, I'm casting the spell.
Oh, are you?
but,
Okay.
I mean, I just
You're gonna
poked
use.
it for.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
gotcha. All right, so yeah, now you guys both are talking to this fish. Hello.
Why you following us?
Because you gave me food and now we're friends.
Oh, we are friends. Do you want more?
Yeah.
Where are you from, buddy?
Oh, I'm from a long way away.
From here?
No,
Where?
over somewhere else.
Me too.
We are friends.
We are friends. So you're good luck. That's what I hear.
I am?
That's the word on the street.
Oh, I must be.
How'd you get all the way over here?
I swam.
Why?
That's a good question.
What's the big happenings around town here? Any weird stuff?
Yeah, lots of weird. They keep putting things that I can't eat in the water. Tastes bad.
Oh, that's not
Don't
nice.
eat it then. If it's anything weird, I wouldn't even try eating it.
It's only recently that this happened.
Who's doing it?
Lots of people.
Like trash.
I don't know.
They might be dumping shit like chemicals and shit.
Bodies.
Bodies and stuff.
Tastes bad. Ah!
Have you seen? This is the crapshoot. Have you seen like an underwater city nearby? Maybe
I don't understand.
like this place up here. All these
You watch as the fish slowly moves to look at the port.
like buildings and stuff, but down there where you're from.
Not near, but far.
Okay.
What's your name?
I don't have a name.
Do you want a name?
Will we be better friends if I have a name?
I always think that it helps.
Okay, I'll take a name.
Okay. I'm gonna call you Biscuit.
because I was tossing Biscuit.
Oh.
Okay, can I give you a name?
Yeah.
Biscuit.
Well, I have a name already in it.
Oh,
It could get confusing. I'm Can.
Can. Biscuit. And then it swims over to you, Gil.
Gil,
Gil.
Like you.
What?
You know, Gil.
what are you talking about?
Nothing.
Don't embarrass me in front of Biscuit. Well, we'll probably be here for a little while. Maybe we'll see you again.
Yes, I'll be close by.
Wait, do you have enough to eat in the meantime?
Yeah, I'm full.
You still get food even though they're dumping crap in here?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have family?
No.
Friends? I mean,
You.
us.
Oh.
Oh. Well. Okay.
Maybe
What?
we can look for like a bowl in town or something. Take him with us.
That could be fun. Would
you
you
want to
like
go
to,
on adventures and shit with us?
Sure.
or do you like
Nice.
being out in the open and stuff?
That is all I know.
You know, it's always fun to try something new. Get in this bowl.
You are now our pet. Well, we'll keep an eye out for you, right?
I'll keep an eye out for you.
Nice.
All right, see you later, Biscuit.
Bye, Can. Bye, Gil.
See you later.
Me.
Bye.
And then
What a nice guy.
Biscuit kind of like gives a little bit of distance, but then is like just kind of waiting. This becomes the campaign. Getting revenge on the seagull.
Fucking bird.
Just
If
becomes an
Biscuit
episode.
turns out to be like some sly little informant.
You should have rolled insight on that fish. All right, so you guys head into the city.
Yep.
All right.
My hair is clean.
Yeah, you guys are cleaned up. Gil really cleaned up. And yeah, you guys start meandering in. You guys are probably like 50 feet behind Loom, but once he notices, he kind of pauses and waits for you. So the tavern itself is going to be directly down this main avenue. Take your first left, down a little bit further, and you will see it.
Did you see what happened to Kashmir?
Kashmir, no, I didn't. I saw him come through the portal.
Anybody else watching that guy?
Does Loom have his boots and pants back?
Damn it, I was gonna talk to him.
He does not. He has the same ones on.
All right.
We haven't like talked at all. I was gonna talk to him, and then he just fucking went off. Oh well.
Oh well, don't we have to like protect him?
I mean, they said T said that we can't let him get caught, and I mean, I don't know him well, but I think I care about him. Like, I mean, I don't know. I care about all of you right now.
Okay.
That's pretty forward. You barely know the guy.
I mean, T told me to protect him, and then I don't know.
Has T talked about us?
Maybe a little. I think maybe a tiny bit. He basically
Going
said
on and on about the prince, though.
he thinks you all are okay.
Just okay.
I don't know. We couldn't really talk long. I haven't gotten to talk to T for a long period.
Well, yeah, all your time is getting eaten up by talking about the prince.
Yeah, good riddance. I say that dude is bringing a lot of heat on us.
Are you sure it wasn't how we, did that whole thing in Mushroom Village of Anoka?
You mean how you did that whole thing and we had to go along with you because you said some guy told you to?
I'm sorry, that's true. Sorry, everybody.
Next time Fee goes to talk to T, it's just T in like a bedroom, and there's just tons of pictures of the prince from like 17 magazine on the wall. Got a hamburger phone curling the cord. Yeah, so anyway, you got to protect this guy.
Yeah, so you guys want to head in. You guys pass through the portcullis that kind of leads into the city itself, and there's no guards out there or anything like that. Instantly, when you enter, you see a lot of most of the buildings are made of stone with like kind of slat roofs. The buildings themselves are all kind of this like off-whitish, dirty, gray kind of color, but all of the roofs seem to have different like vibrant things painted on them, like different colors and things like that. It's actually kind of nice to look at when you see. Nothing too bright. You could probably imagine that the sun might cause too much of a glint for those ships entering, but as soon as you like look down the main thoroughfare, you guys are immediately aware that there are a bunch of tiefling wandering around here, just a fuck ton, and they are carrying on about their lives. There's other creatures as well, but being from Argaria, a tiefling would probably be a very rare sight, and you've seen at least one recently, other than these guys. But yeah, they kind of like give a couple of you guys like a look, and then just continue about their business.
If they catch my gaze, then I will give them like a nod, like a confident nod.
Most of the ones that catch your gaze and you nod at, they nod back. A couple of people even smile. Yeah, they seem to friendly, at least. Loom kind of crouches down towards you guys. All right, so I will meet you at the, and he points at you, Can.
Golden sword.
Golden cusp. And
Gilded cusp.
I will meet you there.
Wait, what was the sword part?
There's a gleaming sword on the sign.
Gleaming sword.
And I will meet you there. I will try to be quick about it, but if you get there and they have their seasonal special, as they typically do here in the autumn months, you should ask them for a curly leaf. That is the drink of choice around here. Trust me, it will not do you wrong. I will be back. And he just kind of like, the most energy you've seen in him since meeting him, he just kind of like heads off.
Insight.
Give me
What's
an
he
insight.
up to?
Give me an insight check.
He seems unnaturally
I'm telling you, man.
excited.
Yeah.
This is a girlfriend he's going to see.
I'm gonna like strut
All
as
right.
I walk, and I'm gonna have one hand on the cane, and then I'm gonna have another hand on the spear. I'm gonna be walking with the spear out in the open,
Okay.
and I'm gonna be looking for like a general store.
Okay. Gotcha.
14.
14. Best you can reason, and this is probably the case in your mind. It seems like this is the first time he's gotten a full night's rest in a very long time. You might actually be seeing the more spry and sprightly Loom might actually be closer to the real Loom. Because when you met him,
We've
he
only
was
seen him
exhausted.
tired. Yeah.
Bags under his eyes. He looks like he's finally gotten his rest, or at least a little bit of it. So he heads off almost as if he was exhausted. So yeah, you're going to be looking for a general store, strutting your stuff. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm gonna head over to that tavern.
Okay.
Yeah, just going to be on the lookout for the sign.
Okay.
Yeah.
With the sword. And Nez is also clutching his satchel.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of looking around, darting eyes, very apprehensive about being in the big city.
Mm-hmm.
So, as we're walking there, are we kind of still walking along like the water side a little bit?
Yeah, so as you walk down this avenue, so the port kind of goes out over the water, but yeah, you guys would have arrived, and on your right-hand side on the other side of the buildings is where the water is. And you can see in between some of the buildings, you can still see the water. There's some like alleys in between, and then there's like stone piers all the way around surrounding. It seems like it's surrounded by a pier.
Okay, I'm curious. So I'll be kind of like looking around, and I also, it's kind of stuck in my head that people are dumping things into the water.
Okay.
So I'm going to see if I just notice anything that seems out of place.
And
I'm
you're-
used to seeing ships docked
Oh.
at a port.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a perception check, and we'll keep that as a rolling perception check.
I hope it's good.
And then, Gil, I want you to give me, are you trying to like kind of put on airs?
I mean, as I'm walking around, yeah. but-
Okay, I want a performance check from you.
23.
23, okay.
Natural 20, 30.
Holy shit.
Man, this
Gil-
is why they call you shirt.
They indeed.
Yeah,
You
Gil,
now own the street.
you do, like, in a very, like, existential sense, own this street. As you finally kind of adopt this confident, like, swagger.
I want to make it like obvious to anyone who might know about the Devil of the Deep that that's what I'm emulating.
Gotcha.
But if no one knows, I'm still just gonna portray that swagger and confidence.
You do notice that everywhere you walk now, it was a little bit of glances at first when you entered, but now that you're like fully throwing yourself into this role, every eye seems to like watch you. Some are concerned, some are like amused, some are just like absolutely captivated as you just kind of walk through, and by proxy, the rest of your group are kind of, you guys would notice that these eyes are finding you in a similar, just not as like strong intensity. Like, who is this dude? Who are the people with him? He's obviously something special. Are you going to make your way to the tavern as well while looking for a general store?
Yep, I'll be heading that way. I'm assuming that like the main thoroughfare would have something like that by a tavern, so.
Okay. Yeah, as you guys are wandering, you are glancing around looking for anything kind of suspicious that could be dumping. You do see somebody like with a small bucket tossing something over the side and then puts the bucket down, dusts their hands off, and then picks the bucket back up and then wanders away.
We start accosting everyone who's
What are you
doing
dumping?
anything.
Mr. Bucket.
I don't know if you'd like to approach that area or if you just want to keep going and keep looking.
Is it far?
It's probably like 40 feet away from you.
I'll just kind of banana my way over there.
Okay. Gotcha.
If you know what I
What
mean.
does that mean?
You know what I mean? We know.
Like a little
I
like
know what you meant.
half circle, just kind of like
Okay.
swoop over.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little alley-oop, if you will.
I thought you were
Bananarama.
literally just like,
Just curve my path.
Seesawing.
Yeah.
So you kind of do your little banana, and Gil, just at the intersection where you guys were supposed to turn left, you see two general stores. They're across the street from each other.
Does one look more, how do I say this? More commercial than the other one?
Yes, one of them looks like you can see through the window. You can see a lot of like standard gear up in the window. You can see like the curtains look pretty well maintained and almost new. And that's the one on the right hand side if you were to turn down that way. On the left hand side is one that has a broken window. The rest of them are intact, but the curtain that's kind of skirting the side, not only is it stained and burned, but it's also torn and kind of reveals like a dimness inside of the general store itself.
I'm going to go to the dumpy podunk one.
Okay. Nez and Phe, what are you doing? Are you going to follow either of these two or just continue to the tavern?
guys, we're supposed to meet Loom at the tavern. Where are you going?
Yeah, we all
Coming
got
right
shit to
back.
do.
I'm just bananaing over for a sec.
It's okay. They'll make their way back. We can head there, and it'll be fine.
Okay.
All right, so you guys travel down, a little ways, and then you see a sign in the distance with a gleaming silver sword on the left-hand side, and there's like lanterns hanging outside, and barrels, kind of indicating like your standard classic-looking tavern.
I think that's where we need to be.
I think so. That looks definitely like he was describing.
Okay, let's check it out.
Okay.
All right, you guys head into the tavern. You banana your way over there and to the pier, and why don't you give me an investigation check?
Gonna add a D10 to that.
Nice.
Fuck.
9.
9? You're kind of looking around to the spot that you're pretty sure he was at, and you notice not a ton in your first kind of like purvey, except one stain on the like cusp, the lip of the bottom side of the pier. It's like kind of a greenish stain. Doesn't look natural. It looks almost like if it was like less of a stain, it might even be like kind of glowy, but it's some weird green stain.
I get down there and I sniff.
All right, give me another investigation. And what's your intelligence bonus?
My investigation was 4,
Okay.
by the way. My intelligence bonus is +1.
Okay, so yeah, you can't identify the smell. It smells like kind of astringent. It's very like burns the nostrils a little bit, but other than that, you don't recognize it. Not even a little bit.
Okay. I'm going to take just a little mental picture of this.
Okay, you want to look around anymore, or is that all you wanted to see?
I'll do a little quick look around.
Okay.
Nothing crazy.
All right, excellent. So you do. I'll allow you to do a perception check this time since your investigation.
Oh, I thought we were using a rolling perception.
This is for a specific thing, though.
Okay. That was a 1. Let me re-roll.
Damn, a lot of ones today.
I know.
Oh, that's better.
21.
21. Okay, yeah, you're glancing around and you're not seeing any more stains or anything else, but you do peer over the edge and you're closer to the water than a lot of people might be, and you see that there is like a green, oily sheen kind of floating on the top of the water that's starting to like slowly settle into it.
No.
And you also see, like about 30 feet away, you see your rainbow tie fish, Biscuit, just kind of watching you.
I look at Biscuit and I point to this sheen
Okay.
and give like a, is this it kind of gesture.
It has been less than 10 minutes, so you could still communicate with Biscuit, like actually communicate.
Well, I say it with the gesture then.
Okay.
Is this it?
The fish kind of like swims close, kind of keeps a distance, and then you hear like this quiet voice, because it's kind of far away from you and it is a fish, goes, yeah, bad stuff.
All right. I'll see what I can find.
All right. And the fish like swims away.
Do I still see the person with the bucket?
You can give me another perception check.
Oh gosh. This banana is taking longer than I thought.
You are suddenly blind.
This banana is peeling slow.
12.
12. No, you can't really see this pier edge because this kind of rims the outside. So on your left-hand side, you went through a little alley to get there. Your left-hand side is the back side of a lot of buildings, maybe the front of others. But yeah, there's people kind of milling about, and it goes off into the distance. And then you can see it way further out. It kind of arcs to the left to kind of continue around the city. Yeah, it bananas around. All right. What would you like to do?
I'll make my way over to the tavern.
So you're going to head back to the tavern. Gil, you enter, and you enter the general store, and there's a little ching as you
Oh, that's cute.
do so. But it's kind of like muffled. And if you were to look.
Sorry, just imagining you dressed like this, looking so bad, and then saying, "It's cute."
Yeah, it's muffled. If you were to look, you'd see that there's like a piece of cloth that's like kind of keeping the bell together. Yeah, it looks like kind of a shoddy doorbell ringer. But you look inside and it's a little dusty inside, but there's looks to be some like cool shit in here. You see like an assortment of different books lining one wall. You can see that there's some different objects and tinkering things. You see off to your right, there's a chest that looks to be made of like this dark red wood with an emblazoned symbol on it that looks like an orange, maybe? Like a segmented orange or maybe a weird kind of flower. It's filled with a bunch of shit you'd probably find in a place of ill repute.
Do I see any looking glasses?
Give me a perception check. Or you can do investigation if you want to take some time. You haven't been greeted and you don't see anybody behind the gigantic, like, dark wood counter.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You look around a bit and you don't find any looking glasses. You see there's a few like some of those like opera theater binoculars. There's like let's see how many there are. There's 2 pairs of them. Both are kind of a middling quality, made of metal, a little dusty like everything else in here. But yeah, you don't see any looking glasses.
All right, I'm going to go up to the counter.
All right.
Is there like a bell or something?
There is no bell, but you do see that there is a lot of like wear and tear directly in front as if people knocked on it in the past to get attention or slammed their fists maybe in anger.
I'll do a sharp whistle.
Okay. And after a moment, an old kind of stooped tiefling kind of wanders out. One of his eyes is kind of like closed a little bit more than the other one. You can see that it's milky underneath there. His horns, one of them has been broken about halfway through. The other one is like long and curls back behind him. It's like a dark black, dark gray, something like that. And his skin tone is like kind of golden with little flecks of purple in there. His hair is long and white. Yes, hello, welcome to Cassius's General Schlock. What can I help you with? I am Cassius.
Hello, Cassius. I am looking for Schlock.
Well, you've come to the proper place, young man.
Thank you.
It's usually polite to introduce yourself when Cassius introduces himself to you.
I am known simply as the Devil of the Deep, and that is how I shall be addressing myself.
Excellent, all right. Well, what can I help you with, Mr. Devil of the Deep?
You call me Mr. Deep, that's fine.
Mr. Deep it is. You can call me Cassius.
All right, Cassius. I am looking for a little receptacle, something that could house a small fish-like creature.
Fish-like or a fish?
It's specifically a fish.
How big is the fish?
It's about that big, and then I do the the fish measurement that
Gotcha.
people do.
Yeah, Biscuit is probably like 8 inches long.
All right, easy about the A big.
You're trying to catch a fish?
I mean, we have a fish already. We just want a decent-sized receptacle with which to house him in.
Well, what kind of fish?
I don't know.
What does it look like?
He's shiny, got the rainbow pattern, something.
I don't know any fish like that. That doesn't sound like something from around here. Are you sure you saw the right fish?
I don't know how it's relevant. I'm looking for a thing in which to put him.
Well, you've got to be careful, depending on the type of fish, what kind of vessel you put them in.
Why do you care?
Because I am a person who cares about animals.
Well, it is a saltwater fish.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of them around here, but there's different ones. They require different needs, different spaces to grow in. Some of them will grow really big depending on the size of their container. Others will stay the same size. Others will die if you put them in confinement.
I'm going to try and look around to see if there's a receptacle nearby as he's talking.
Okay, like you perused a lot of the stuff in the front side, so are you going to look behind the counter?
Yeah.
Okay, give me a perception check. 14. You see a couple of buckets, you see some bowls and stuff, and near the back, kind of in the curtain that separates this section from like the back room area, you do see like a large glass basin that kind of tapers, almost like a vase.
How about that? Does that have like a cork or something I could put in it?
A cork?
Whatever closes it up.
Why would you want to close it up?
I don't want water sloshing all over the place.
No, you'll cut off oxygen.
What are you talking about?
Do you not know how fish work?
I don't know, you put them in water, they breathe water and shit.
Yes, but they need oxygen as well in order to survive.
Well, then I can always open the cork or whatever.
Okay.
Do you have specific fish bowls or bottles I could have?
No, because I like looking at them over in the sea.
All right, I see I've come to the wrong place.
No, you didn't come to the wrong place. Don't be so hasty. Let's. How much are you willing to offer for your fish container?
That is not how it works, man. You got to tell me how much shit costs here.
This is how it works here. What do you think that's worth?
Not for me, it's not.
Are you trying to persuade or intimidate, or?
I'm trying to use my bad reputation.
Okay.
to
Oh yeah, you have that
be
background
imposing.
feature.
Yeah.
Will you read it to me again real fast?
No matter where you go, people are afraid of you due to your reputation. When you are in a civilized settlement, you can get away with minor criminal offenses such as refusing to pay for food at a tavern or breaking down doors at a local shop, since most people will not report your activity to the authorities.
Oh, man.
So I'll say this gives you an advantage on intimidation. That's
Okay.
how I'll interpret that.
Dirty 20.
That's like your third dirty 20. All right. He kind of takes a couple of steps back.
All right. Well, it has intrinsic, value to me because
I don't know what that means. I just want it, and I want it for an affordable price. Don't tell me your fucking life story, man.
Yes, you got it.
He kind of looks at your cane, looks at the sword, he just kind of nervously looks up.
I don't want any trouble. I'm willing to do a deal if you're willing to do an honest deal.
All right, how much do you want for it?
Let's call it 5 silver pieces.
Let's call it 3 silver pieces.
Let's go 4. I can stand firm at 4 and still not be upside down in my investment.
I respect your tenacity. 4 it is.
All right.
You can give him 4 silver.
Yeah.
Best I can do is 10.
All right, you hand over the 4 silver, and he looks at him kind of curiously.
Oh, Argarian coin.
Yep.
Well, since I've seen any of this. Okay. And all spends the same, I suppose. I can smelt it in a different way, or I guess I could maybe trade it for somebody who has coins that I want that also doesn't. It's getting away from me. Anyway, 1 vase coming up.
And he kind of stoops over, lifts it up.
Are there some places here that only take certain coin?
Well, most of Skullport is going to be fine with whatever you're paying with as long as it's real. There might be a few inns that might not. Some of the more hoity-toity types. You understand.
Do you have a bank or some shit where I can exchange?
Oh, yeah. There's an Elder Vault enclave here.
And he sets the vase on the counter.
That sounds cool. I don't know what that means, but I appreciate your business, sir. What was your name? Cassius.
Cassius.
And he shakes your hand, but it's like it's like he's trying to keep his hand firm, but you can kind of feel a little bit of a quake.
I'll be delicate. I won't squeeze.
Yeah, but he's still very nervous to shake your hand.
All right, you have a good day.
You too. Have a wonderful day. And if you need anything else,
And he like gestures to all his like bullshit.
I shall sing your praises, sir.
that would be wonderful. Thank you. I don't deserve it, but thank you.
Yeah. Bye.
I'm the Devil of the Deep, and this is my favorite shop on the
Skullport.
I'm gonna go up to the water off port if there's water nearby and see if I can get some water up in here.
Okay. The pier is actually pretty high up from the water. You'd probably have to leave and head back to the beach to get some water at the level you're at.
Okay.
On that note, we will switch to Phe and Nez. You guys find and enter the tavern. It's pretty lively in here. There's a nice helping of tieflings, myriad colors that on their skin tone, their hair color, everything like that. Another tiefling behind the bar, manning it, and it looks to be like a kind of younger male tiefling. He's got like a shock of blonde hair that's kind of lives between his two jutting straight up spikes, his horns. They come up and he just kind of like gestures at you guys as you enter and gets back to doing whatever he was doing. But yeah, it's lively in here. There's a few non-tiefling. There's one human kind of sitting, and it looks like he's playing like a dice game with another tiefling. There's like a couple of Biscuit here that you wouldn't expect kind of Biscuit to exist necessarily here, but maybe it's not that far. And but just mostly tiefling group inside. What do you guys want to do?
The actual like bar itself.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it located within the tavern?
So the tavern itself is kind of a rectangle shape. The side you guys are on, the side you entered, longer. The walls on left and right are shorter. Maybe they're probably 20 foot long, and these walls are probably like 60 feet long. And then the bar is on the direct opposite side from where you entered.
Okay, so it's like a really deep building.
Yes.
Okay.
Or no, it's not very deep.
It's a wide building.
Yes, it's a wide building, and that's where the majority of the tables kind of
Stardew Valley
exist.
Tavern.
And off to your left, next to the bar, is a staircase that leads upstairs.
Okay. Are there any like booths or anything like that?
No booths, but it's mostly like 4 to 5 person tables, kind of spread throughout here. You see maybe 12 tables fit inside here.
Is there a table in the corner?
There's
either corner.
Yeah, there's a couple of tables in both corners off to the side. Both of them are occupied, and both of them are occupied by people who look like a little bit sinister. Seems to be an appropriate spot for sinister people, so go sit in a table in the corner. But yeah, they're both sitting by themselves.
Are there stools at the bar, or is it just a standing bar?
There are 3 stools at the end, on the right side of the bar.
Closest to us?
Yeah, and they are currently occupied as well.
Also occupied, okay. Are there any tables that are unoccupied?
There is one table unoccupied completely. Most of them have at least a few people. A couple have one. It's right dead center. It's a square table, and it's got 5 chairs.
All right. Well, I'm going to slowly meander to that table, and I'm going to take the seat that's facing the entrance.
Okay. Phe, what are you doing?
I'll just follow Nez, just kind of looking around and yeah.
You guys notice that most of the eyes turn to look at you as you kind of move through with different expressions on their face. Some look a little suspicious, others look a little confused. Both of you each notice at least 1 or 2. They're giving you really appraising looks, and you can hear whispers kind of yeah, they just arrived. They just came in with that guy with the cane.
I'll do a little kind of awkward wave and try to squeeze through, maybe trip over a chair leg a little bit and be oh, I'm so sorry. And then just make my way to the table.
I meet nobody's eye. I make 0 eye contact. I avoid faces. And when I sit down, I slump down in the chair. Is there anything on the tables? Or is it
just
bare?
stains, yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah, there's
nothing like a
There's like no
like a
leftover
candle or anything.
tankards or anything, no.
All right. Yep. And I'm just gonna kind of I'm slouched down in my chair. I have my satchel like in my lap. I've got my hands wrapped around it in front of me, and I'm just kind of anxiously looking around, but still not meeting anybody's gaze, and just kind of waiting.
All right, and Phe?
I'm going to mimic him and put my pack in front of me with Bran sticking out and like kind of hug it. And just,
So are you guys nervous right now? Is that what's going on? Or
just kind of awkward and maybe a little nervous and like, what the fuck do you do when you're a fugitive? Like,
Yeah.
it's just
Gotcha.
Feeling like a fish out of water.
Yeah.
Feeling like a banana out of port.
Or a biscuit out of water.
Banana out of Republic.
Feeling like a banana in the democracy.
Any banana in a storm.
banana in a hammock. So you, as you guys are sitting there, and the tiefling comes around from the bar, almost gives like an exasperated sigh, and like wanders up.
You two drinking?
Oh, do you have any, can we get water?
Yeah.
And he points to the door.
Outside.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Nobody sits in here without buying something.
Yeah, we'll take 2 drinks, just whatever you recommend, honestly. I'm just wanting a good drink.
What is the
Been a
one that
while.
Loom said?
I don't know.
Curly something.
Oh, yeah.
Curly leaf.
That's right. There's this one drink, is it the curly leaf?
He like kind of brightens and then like looks at both of you guys.
Curly leaf, you guys sure you can handle it?
Oh, of course we can handle it.
Well,
Not a fucking chance.
considering I've never seen you guys before, maybe you're gonna have to pay up front. That's gonna be a silver apiece.
I mean, you can trust us, but I'm fine with paying up front. And I'll give him 2 silver pieces.
All right. He takes the 2 silver pieces from you, glances at him.
Argaria, okay.
He puts them in his hand, puts his other hand over it, and you watch as his eyes close, but you can see his eyes like moving rapidly behind his lids. And then he removes his hand again and puts it in his pocket.
Long distance for you travelers. Got the touch of a portal on you. That's a expensive traveling route.
You're very insightful, sir.
Mickey?
Anyway, I'll get your drinks for you.
And he like keeps like looking back and forth as if he's like confused about something. And then he just like walks away. And you can see now that he's made a little bit of a scene in that. More people are just kind of like turning to look at you guys. You've got a lot of eyes facing you.
Oh my god, where are the others?
I feel like we're having much higher profile than we should at this particular juncture.
I wish I didn't stick out like a goddamn sore thumb.
Yeah, I mean... And I slouch down even more.
At that moment, the door kind of flings open and 2 individuals step through, and you guys can see it. And when this happens, there's like a confused like noise as people look, because it's kind of loud. And then when everybody seems to notice who it is, they all get dead silent. You see a human man, kind of like a little bit of like lightly tanned skin, bald pate with like a ring of graying hair around, very serious expression, dark wispy eyebrows, a forked beard, and he's wearing like this flowing purple cloak with like not etchings, but like stitching of some language or maybe runic patterns as he kind of swishes in. He's probably average height. He's maybe like 5'10", somewhere around there. Extremely imposing presence, though. He looks like he does not take guff from nobody. Next to him, about a head taller, dressed completely in armor, black armor with purple rivulets, is this just some sort of macho-looking soldiery sort with a gleaming golden sword without a sheath, just shoved into the belt at his side. And they kind of stomp in, and it is completely silent whatsoever.
Is the guy in armor wearing a helmet?
Yes.
We can't see what he is. But
No, it's like it doesn't have like any horns or any like ornamentation. It's like a flat topped, smooth sided helmet that's
we can assume he's also human, possibly.
I mean,
humanoid at least.
You can't see anything other than his armor, so you don't see a tail, so he's definitely humanoid. Okay. And yeah, they just kind of walk in together, and you watch as like this like these like piercing eyes kind of from the guy whose eyes you can see kind of scan the room, and then he like the soldier next to him or this warrior next to him kind of stays there, hand on his blade, and the guy walks up to the bar and kind of casually sets his elbow there, and the bartender comes over. He's like, yeah, what can I get for you? And he like looks around again. I will have a drink, I think. But what should I drink? And he like looks up and he like kind of drums his fingers on the bar. I don't know.
As if like some sort of like compulsive or like just impulse, like nervous impulse. Nezrah just blurts out, "You should try the curly leaf."
And he like kind of looks at you, like directly at you, Nezrah, and you can just feel his gaze boring into you. It's almost like he's just like completely like decomposing your entire essence with one gaze.
And he slouched down even further in my chair to like the point where my satchel is like covering my nose and my eyes are just peeking over my satchel.
And he like turns back to the bartender. Yes, I will have a whatever he just said. And he like looks back at you and he gives you a wink, but it's like it's the most unsettling wink you've ever received. Like it would be like watching a lion wink at you right before it eats you. And the bartender's like, yeah, absolutely. And you notice that one of the ones he had just finished making for like one of you guys, he immediately takes and hands to him, and he picks it up and takes a sip. Ah, my, that is absolutely lovely. How much do I owe? And he turns his head, like cocks his head to the side, and the bartender's like, oh, nothing at all. Nothing for you, sir. Nothing at all. It's quite kind of you. Where should I sit? And you watch as like several like tables completely clear as they like move to the back, like, and like back up and very nervously. And he's like, oh, it appears, and he looks at his like warrior, a table just opened up for us. Shall we sit? And he doesn't even wait for a response. He just sits down, sets his drink so that he's facing literally everyone in the bar, and starts like looking back and forth from everyone. Gil and Can. Gil, you exit the shop just as Can is wandering by.
Oh, hey.
Hey, I saw some shit that was getting dumped into the ocean.
Somebody was dumping their shit into the ocean?
Well, I don't know what it was, but it was green.
Ew.
It stinks, and it's shiny.
That sounds just like some shit.
Yeah.
That's very gross.
I saw a guy do it, but he was gone by the time I got there, so don't know who it was.
Well, I got this gourd thing for our little friend.
Oh, perfect. Is he gonna fit in that?
Yeah, it's plenty of room for
It's pretty
wiggle
big.
around.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like
I'm imagining it taller than it is wide.
it's tall, but it's also like it's pretty like orbular.
Okay.
We just need some water, and then he can hop right in.
All right. Should we give him some time to, like, think about it?
I don't know how much thinking fish do, Cam.
Me neither. I've never been one.
Really, never.
Well, I mean, not like for real.
Should we get like a sample of the sludge?
I was thinking about that.
Maybe Nezrah can sniff it out or something.
It's right down there.
Can we reach it?
I mean, you would have to walk like maybe 50 feet to the edge of the pier where Can is indicating. But yeah, the water itself is about 15 feet below the pier.
Okay.
Oh, so I can't just like scoop some out?
You'd have to
Crap.
like exit or find a way of doing that.
How about I just tie her up to this? Then I can fish it down and scoop you up.
Okay, don't let me go, though, because I just rinsed off, and this looks gross.
Yeah, try not to. Ugh. You don't want to swim in that.
Do you have like a cup? Like a jar? I have a jar, but it's full of moths.
Why? I don't think I have anything else other than this. Let me see.
You guys just fill it with the sludge and then you put the fish in there.
You're used to it.
I have a water skin.
That'll work.
I don't need to drink water or
You
anything.
don't drink water.
Here, you can use that. And then I tie a knot around one of the poles sticking out of the pier, I'm assuming. And then I'll
Lower can down.
lower can down.
Give me a athletics. It'll be a pretty low DC, but let's just see if anything silly happens.
Oh, that was almost low. 22.
All right, yeah, you easily lower can down to the level of the water.
Look around conspicuously, see if anyone.
A couple of people walk by and they kind of give you a weird look, but then they like see you and they're like,
Paint the picture.
they like turn and like hurry away. All right, what are you gonna do down there, Can?
I'm gonna scoop up a sample. Try to skim from the top.
Okay. All right. Give me a
Goo check.
give me just a general dex check.
23.
23. Yeah, you scoop up some goo. And you probably get some water in with it, but it's mostly goo inside this. And you notice that when it touches the end, what's this made out of? Your water skin?
Leather, probably.
Okay. Yeah, when it touches like the end of it, it kind of like goops off a little bit. And it's definitely it's darker green than you thought. You thought it'd be like a brighter glowy green. It's definitely a darker green.
This is gross.
Very gunky.
All right, I got it.
All right,
Is it also
Lit me up.
evil?
Who knows?
I pull can up quickly.
All right. And yeah, you guys now have your sample of grossness. What do you want to do?
I'm going to save it for later.
All right. And then are you guys going to try to find the tavern?
Yes.
Drink it.
And at that, we are going to switch back to Phe and Nez as the gentleman at the table is like kind of scanning, and everyone is like talking in hushed whispers. He just kind of like clears his throat.
Honestly now, you don't have to be so quiet. It was so lively in here, I could hear it from the street. Please, merriment or something.
And you can hear like some people like kind of like yeah like half-heartedly like trying to sound like they're having fun.
Another nervous outburst from Nez. Where's our drinks?
I need both of you to give me charisma checks.
Oh. 18.
Oh, hey, all right, 15.
15 and 18. You guys don't know this, but each of you separately gets a weird sensation inside your body. Phe, you know that. Where do you keep Branch?
In my pack, and I'm hugging it right now.
You can feel vibration coming from your pack, and it almost feels like it's heating up. Nezrah, in the back of your mind, you hear,
Yeah, I know you don't normally listen to me, but you need to get out of here now.
And then you hear over your shoulder, who is that guy again? And then you hear somebody else goes, you fucking idiot. That's one of the chief members of the Inquisition. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Nobody would expect
The Inquisition.
the Inquisition.
I was wondering when you mentioned the purple armor and stuff. Mm-hmm. Fuck. You guys are warlocks.
Oh!
They eat guys like you.
Shit! The fucking dudes that fucking Romar was rolling with?
Yeah.
Season 1 throwback.
Well, it's
Shit!
I guess
They're
it's
still
good
around,
I
huh?
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't fucks with them a whole bunch with you guys.
is this like an Argarian only thing?
Doesn't sound like it.
Because Gorbles, like Veldalin, would not have this and would not support this business.
But that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh yeah, Gorble left, man. Spoilers.
Yeah, but I left it in good hands.
And it's no longer available in. It's now the Runic Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry about that, by the way.
Yeah, what happened?
What
Tale for another time.
Pain when it was there.
Tale for another time. Now it's time for tonight's MVPC. Most valuable player character. I want to know which of you guys deserves an additional 1d10 of DM inspiration. Now, for those of you listening and for those of you at home, Nezrah is 1, Gildebrand's 2, Ophelia is 3, and Nick is 4. On the count of 3, I'll have you guys hold up the number of fingers corresponding to the person you believe deserves to be the MVPC. Now, I'll give you a moment to decide, and then we will vote. All right, is everybody ready? Mm-hmm. Is that yeah?
Yeah, sorry. I'm just trying to take notes as quick as I can before I forget anything.
Oh, no problem. 1, 2, 3, vote. All right, we've got 2 votes for Can and 2 votes for Gil. Another double header.
Header.
All right, Nezrah, why'd you vote for Can?
Speak with animals, talking to the fish, naming it Biscuit, and being very concerned. Gave me vibes from Final Fantasy VII when you go to that seaside town and you talk to the dolphin, and then just reminded me of that, and it was really cute, and I like the role playing, and it's great. It's really rad.
Very nice. Thank you. Gil, why'd you vote for Can?
I like that we both started this whole what's in the soup sort of investigation thing.
Yeah. You guys roll up and immediately start doing the environmental, what's going on here?
Some fat rich cats are doing something to the water.
We're
gotta
going to
stop
Aaron
them.
Brockovich the fuck out of this place.
I'm going to add lawyer to my list of things I'm good at now.
Phe, why did you vote for Gil?
I liked the Devil of the Deep thing and how he was really leaning into that, and then the whole interaction with the shopkeeping stuff, and
Really rad.
I loved him and Can both in their fish adventure with Biscuit. So very cute.
Thank you. And Can, why did you vote for Gil?
I'm very excited that Gil was so on board with taking Biscuit with us. I would have let Biscuit be, but I would have been sad about it. But now I'm looking forward to this. And I was going to go to the tavern and see if I could borrow something to keep Biscuit in, but he was way ahead of me. So
Yeah, I thought he was going to look for something like I want to find a cool weapon or something to steal, but he was there buying fish houses.
Yes, being very
being threatening about it.
fish pots,
Fucking need a vessel for my fish.
and also helping me gather goo.
Goo gatherer, indeed. All right.
The Goo Crew, that's her name.
Goo! That means tonight's MVPCs are Gildebrand Molani and Kanakanga. Take your D6s and figure out some trickses.
Yeah.
I hated it. I
everyone
hated it
does.
when I said
Suck
it.
some dixes.
So is mine done?
Yeah, it's fully cooked.
I keep fucking missing it.
Gotta do stuff.
I know.
Sometimes you just have to use it on some
anything.
stupid
Something
shit.
mundane.
do. I
What
always
did you
think
roll
I'm gonna-
twice in the whole episode? So
Yeah, I didn't do a ton of rolling.
All right. Well, that's it for tonight, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. Thanks to all of you listeners. Once again, if you would like to let us know how you feel, what you're thinking, any of that nonsense, head on over to Apple Podcasts or now Spotify or anywhere else and give us a rating. We would appreciate a 5-star, but do your thing. You can also leave us a review. We will read every review that we receive on the air. That's right. We're live right now. We're not. Anyway, head on over to patreon.com/D20_syndicate if you would like to consider making us warlocks. As we've mentioned before many, many times, we have lots of tiers. Lots of tiers for fears. And we've also got tiers for NPCs. You can design an NPC with me. You can get access to bonus content. There's a bunch of cool shit. So
Early access.
Oh, yes. That's probably the number one draw is you will get early access to the episodes. You will get them before anybody else except the other patrons. And
us.
And us, obviously. We're creating the content, so you'll get it a couple of minutes after we record it.
But I technically don't listen to it anyway.
Not even when we're playing.
Yeah. I've been shopping this whole time. I bought 5 new guitars.
So yeah, head on over to patreon.com/D20_syndicate and consider making us warlocks. Now we've got a Discord and it is Lindsey
Free.
That's right, it's free. It's in the episode description. Come hang out with us. We're cool blokes and dames.
Blakes?
Yeah, I don't know. We're cool, I guess. Maybe not. Come tell us if we're cool or not. Head over to the Discord. The link is in the episode description. Also, we've got merch. We've got shirts in that merch. We've got masks in that merch. We've got gloves?
No.
Smocks?
No.
Smocks incoming soon. But we've got some clothing, we've got some stickers, we've got some cool bullshit, and a lot of it is stuff, the vast majority of it is stuff we've made ourselves, and by we, I mean Tomas. So head on over to TeePublic and check out the D20 Syndicate's shop. Other than that, please follow us on whatever social media platforms you like, preferably all of them. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok now. We're making videos. We're pressing them. We're YouTube. We're doing everything, guys. If it's social, Instagram. If it's social, we're on it. So check out the D20 Syndicate
Grindr.
or D20 Syndicate wherever you have a platform, and you'll probably find us. Other than that, that is it for tonight, folks. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next week. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Goodbye, my little fishies.
Goodbye, my little
Rhea just got approved.
I know.
Skullport sounds like a knockoff headphone brand or something.
Skull candy.
Bust off my Skullports. Bust on. As one does.
Pop those bitches in.
Just pop them off real quick.
If we could just jerk these headphones off a little minute.
I can jerk these headphones off for a moment.
Tame that ass.
Tame it.
Watch yourself.
Wash yourself. Wash yourself.
Wash your shelf.
All right.
Show me what you're dusting with.